Happy Easter! Welcome back to Full Circle with Mikali. A very good morning to you. You know we love to hear from you. So 111 that is our SMS line. Shilingi moja tu comment, feedback, opinion yako, pia hata salamu za Easter tunazichukua, okay? On social media, Switch TV KE, Instagram, Switch TV Kenya. On Facebook, it's Mikali Mary. On Twitter, it's Mikali Mary on IG. And we'll be looking at that in just a bit. Right now, though, what were you doing at 16? Question mark, alama ya mshangao, alama dukuduku, alama everything. It's time for Book Circle. In studio, we have a 16-year-old poet. He's a published author. Hello. Hi. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Drew, you look so charming.
I do?
You do. And with the red, it looks beautiful.
I'm matching with the couch.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Happy Easter.
Thank you.
And maybe
too.
we should just start from there. What does Easter mean to you? What do you do over Easter? Like with your family and friends?
Well, Easter's really short because I go to an international school.
Okay.
So it's only 2 weeks long. I just catch up with series and go back to school.
That's it? There's no well, Shazmin talked about Easter bunnies. Well, I didn't grow up with Easter bunnies and eating the eggs and all of that. It was more of go to church, there is a service, and then come back home, just the Good Friday and maybe Easter Monday, and that's it. And then the rest is with friends.
I actually have really fond memories of going to service.
Oh, yeah?
Like friends that I've never talked to before, you know, those friends that you made at that long service that you'll never see before again. Yeah.
So, 16 years old, poet. How did poetry come to you? Like, at how old did you realize that this is my path?
I think poetry has always been like in my life. When I was 4 or 5, my mom signed me up for this extracurricular activity in kindergarten, which was called Lambda, which stands for London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts.
Okay.
And so they had us learn these poems and deliver them, and they coached us on how to be dramatic.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned how to breathe with my chest and sit straight like this.
So I've been telling Drew the whole time, are you comfortable? Do you want to lean back? This is years of you, practicing and being able to sit upright from kindergarten. What?
Yeah, all my friends tell me that I have the best posture
I
and I
think you
should be
do.
on a runway.
Yes. Is it something that you would like to do? No.
No, that was a wink.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Yeah, did the parents see that? Hi, parents. Okay, so you definitely want to get into that. So you were exposed to drama and poetry and music, the arts generally at a very, very young age. You could have chosen anything else. You could have been a musician. You could have been playing instruments. Maybe you do. But then poetry stood out for you. Why poetry?
I don't like that you said choose because I'm doing all of that at the same time.
See, guys, I should have just stopped at you're doing everything.
I have to confess, I'm not as musical as I can be.
Okay.
When I was in year 10, I dropped music and I stopped playing the violin. But I still sing in the shower, so that's all that matters.
You and me together. That's the only place I can sing, but it's fine. So,
Yeah, and I take A-level drama, and I'm a really good actor, and I'm just generally loved by the arts faculty at my school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you start writing this book? Let me just see that.
Should I? Okay.
It's okay, it's fine.
Well, here is your signed copy.
Okay, good stuff. It has my name on it. Mary Mikali Switch. Can you guys see that? It's mine.
And my nasty handwriting.
No, this is actually really good handwriting. I'm not saying you guys have to say anything about my handwriting, but yeah, cool. Late October. This is your very first.
My very first.
And how many poems are in here?
Late October is a collection of 20 poems, all written by me and illustrated by my great friend Mekatalili Bantu. I started writing it when I was 14. It was in a time where I couldn't see life past 16. I thought that I would just end it. Yeah.
Why? What is going on?
A lot. I was going through an eating disorder. I felt generally misunderstood by everybody around me.
Okay.
I felt like nobody cared and even, cared to look like they're caring.
Yeah.
And
Like,
so,
see you, like
yeah,
for who you are.
I felt seen, but I didn't, my heart didn't feel seen.
Okay.
So I wrote all of that down, and this is my book.
At this point, did mom know what you were feeling and what you were going through?
Well, when you log onto the internet, you see a lot of memes about people who have been going through a lot, but there's a facade and a shell that nobody can see through. And I feel like me being a drama student, I put up that facade very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a mask and you're good to go. So nobody really knew.
Yeah.
So was this after you did this? You wrote your poems, all of them together over a period of how long?
8 months.
8 months. That's intense. So
Yeah.
8 months, you have 20 poems. Did you know you were going to publish them? Or was just your way of releasing? Like every time I write down, I feel better about myself. I feel like I'm going to get better, or probably I'll be seen. Was it your way of, releasing?
I always wrote poetry, mostly just, to feel, I don't know, I wrote something down and I felt smart. But then I had an English lesson and we learned about Adrienne Rich and her poem, I failed literature.
Okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So after that lesson, I started to imagine fragments of Frida and the Sunshine, the very first poem in this book. And I got back home from school and I wrote it down and I got the first draft of Frida and the Sunshine. So initially I was just writing on Wattpad. Wattpad is a social media platform full of content creators that write books. It's full of so many fan fictions and things that aren't worth reading. But anyways, that's a tangent. So I was writing on Wattpad. I thought that I would release it on Wattpad and the world would go round and I wouldn't be holding this right now.
Yeah.
I think that I felt like publishing it once I had gotten together more than 10 poems that sounded like, other people could hear it and relate to it. I put them on a poster and I cut them out and I even made a mood board. And I think that's when I felt like the world is ready to see what I feel.
Oh, goodness. I'm excited to see you perform, and I like that you're an actor as well, so we'll be seeing it all. But just before we do that, let me just read what he's written to me. It's really cute. Thank you for giving me a platform to share my art with love and the this is this is how others do it. It's like thank you so much for this. So which one are you going to perform first?
Frida and the Sunshine.
Okay, cool. That's the very first one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I didn't
This-
know I was performing.
No,
No, but we'll go ahead.
it's fine. This is your camera. Make it work.
All right. Frida and the Sunshine by me, Drew Gachagua. Gold was the color of the atmosphere, accenting the yellow bricks of the peculiar house on the cliffside. A home in violation of 99 safety regulations. But the occupant couldn't care less. Gold was the color of her beaten skin, chipped by time and adorned by the sun. Counterfeit silver earrings hung on her earlobes, swinging in unison with her raven bangs, that swayed with her mature breasts underneath the sepia chiffon dress that dragged upon the unvarnished wooden floor. She strode down the portrait-decked corridor, stroking the printed moments on the wall, as if her forefinger channeled an ocean of memory and revitalized the cells in her forefinger. That's all I remember, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Can I continue reading?
Yeah, that was such a good performance. Yes, you can.
All right.
Where are we? I see it with 4 fingers.
Forefinger, okay.
Yes.
She strode down her portrait-decked corridor to tend to her veteran orchid garden. Rays penetrating through the canopy of creepers, traversing in all directions, decorating the ropes that suspended the exotic specimens. She sprayed them with an exhausted Windex bottle. The spray, gold-tinged by protruding sunlight that fell through the kaleidoscope of roots like glitter. Droplets rolled down leaves and settled on vividly colored petals. The room, a plethora of hues, like fragments of Joseph's multicolored coat, was scattered and stitched into delicate flowers. Coastal winds gusted, levitating Frida's hair. She closed her eyes, reached her hand to the sky, soaking in the sunlight, the gauzy sunlight. She closed her eyes, reached for the sky, rooted to the ground. She was no different than the orchids that she tended to. And it was her sunshine-loving spirit that led to this moment after all. The moment where she could enjoy the sunshine. Suspended, like her orchids, above.
I don't know what to do. It's just like, yes. Oh my God. You are quite the performer.
Thank you.
You are. And even in between, I don't remember the words, you picked it up and it was beautiful. I don't know if you've seen in movies, because that's where I've seen it, where an author has a book reading and everybody is in this little cozy library seated and they just sit there performing their book. That's what I see. This was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
What are some of the themes? What drives you? What inspires you to write? Because yes, this book is done. It's here. It's published. But that's not the end. You keep writing, right? So what inspires your writings now?
Well, I write because I can't tell anyone, and it wouldn't mean anything in a conversation like this.
Okay.
I feel like it belongs on paper, and people reading it and concentrating and interpreting is where what I will say will matter. Originally started to write on WhatsApp. I started writing rodent on my status after events in my school. Drama happened, and I was like, you should all avoid rodents, da da da. I stopped and I was like, what am I saying? Who's gonna listen to? I look stupid. So I wrote it down, and rodent is one of my stepdad's favorite poems now.
So for you, it's better written.
Yeah.
That's how that's how you feel like it will make an impact. So you are very creative. You are doing all these other things. You're part of the drama club. You still have to do school. You're 16. Yeah.
And I'm passing with straight A's.
Are you? Mom, hi. Mom says yes. So how do you find a balance in all of this? Because we don't want a part of you. This is a beautiful side of you that would not want to see or lose it. How do you find or maintain a balance?
I do things that I love.
Okay.
I'm so passionate about music. I have a 3,000 song library that I've been keeping since 2017. And music is so important to me. In the author's notes of my poems, I write about the songs that have inspired me and the musicians to mostly Mariah Carey. So listening to Mariah Carey is very therapeutic for me. Another thing that I love to do is write. People always ask me, where do I find time to write? But people, I don't know how to say it, but I'm not always with you. I have a life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I take long showers. I sing in the shower. I pick flowers. I lie in the sun. There's so many moments that we could just have to ourselves. I take advantage of all of that.
Experience every moment as it comes.
Yeah.
And create those spaces for yourself as well. So what is the big thing? You're very visual, even in your writing. The English, my God, at 16, what was I writing? I couldn't barely put a composition together. So this is amazing.
Thank you.
What is the big picture? What is that vision for Drew Gachagua?
In the future?
Yeah. What do you see for yourself? What do you want to be your experience?
I want to be that creator that everybody looks up to, that says, Drew did this, so I'm going to do it 2 times better. Awesome. I want to be the creator that makes people feel seen. I want to be the creator that makes people be the best themselves.
Yeah.
Because this book made me the best myself. Without it, I wouldn't have survived.
Goodness.
This book is my survival. It is the essence of my adolescence. That's the bigger picture. I want people to look at me and say, wow, yeah.
And it's written over here, an anthology of redolent and fervid. I'm not so sure if I'm saying these words right, but we're just going to go with it. Fervid poetic expressions of a young African poet, the essence of my adolescence. Are we going to be seeing another book soon? And how can people get this book?
Well, if you check my Instagram at Truzy, the link in my bio, the first link, you will get an order form from Writers Guild that can deliver to all over the world.
Okay.
During this pandemic. It's also available on Amazon Kindle. You can also get a copy from me. You can M-Pesa me 700 shillings. Late October. Delivery is 200 shillings in Nairobi.
That's what's up. Go get it. It's 20 poems in here, beautifully written, and pages as beautiful as this one. So it keeps you glued. So I like that about it. Like, it's not your normal gist, and there are little tiny beautiful pictures in there as well. 700 bob. Just go get yourself a copy. Thank you so much for coming around.
Thank you for having me. I love this.
You did?
Yeah.
Me too. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you, Mary.
We're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back.